Welcome to today's Matrix tips and tricks. Today we're going to talk about your auto email settings and where to find the statuses of those auto emails very quickly and be able to figure out if something is okay with that auto email or there happens to be an issue and show you how to fix it. So once you go ahead and you convert any of your saved searches into auto emails, which by the way, there's a nice little video here on the homepage of Matrix that talks about how to do that. Once you convert them to auto emails, you then simply go to My Matrix, go to the auto email section, and you'll see all the auto emails that you currently have set up. You'll see the status, which we'll come back and talk about in a minute, the subject of that auto email when you created it, the contact it's tied to, the schedule or frequency of how often they're set up to go, and the last time the client or customer visited their portal. Now, the subject line is what you named that search, but the status column is going to give you an indicator of if that auto email is running as it should. Notice there's three different status icons there. One is an open circle, one is a circle with a check mark in it, and the other two are red circles with exclamation points in them. So kind of think of a stoplight here, where green is good, red is something's not good or stopping, and the one that doesn't have anything in it, the circles, those are cautionary, if you will. The nice thing about Matrix is if you hover over an icon, it's going to tell you what exactly is happening with that auto email. So let's start with the best scenario, the one that has the green check mark. When I hover over that check mark, that's going to mean that that auto email is active. In other words, running as it should. It is running as it should. The next time it's due to send any updates, if it finds any properties, is the next day. And this is set up on a daily basis, which again, once a day is 8 o'clock in the morning. And remember, you can also set up the auto emails to run twice a day, 8 o'clock and 6 p.m., or again, ASAP, or on a monthly basis. So that one is good to go. We know that very quickly by just seeing the check mark, and again, hovering over it gives us a quick indicator of what's going on and how it's set up. Below that, you're going to see one that doesn't have a check mark in it. Now, that means basically you've done your part as the agent. You've set up the auto email. You've sent out the email to the client or customer, letting them know that, but they have not done their part yet. So here's the long and short of it. If you set up an auto email, it does not start until the client or customer opens that first email. So they have to initiate that by clicking on that auto email. And that's more or less done to comply with anti-spamming laws. I mean, you're going to have to consciously, as a consumer or client, click on that link to say you want to have those auto emails coming from the agent. That's why it doesn't just automatically start for you. So the circle that doesn't have a check mark in it, if you hover over it, it's going to tell you the client must first click on the email to activate. Again, they have to click on it to activate it. Otherwise, the search is not going to be automatically sending them anything. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, if you see that little circle there, you can do a couple of things. Maybe call, email, or text that client and ask them maybe why they haven't opened that auto email yet. Or if they maybe lost the email, you can always go right to that search name that you created, click on it, and notice that you have the ability to resend that email to them again in the event that they may have lost that email. That's a one-shot deal. You can only do that one time. So just remember, try to resolve the problem first before you have to resend the email. But if you have to, there you can resend the welcome message right there. So again, not always a bad thing to see the circle without the check mark. But again, that just means that it's not doing what you're thinking it's supposed to be doing. And then, of course, the ones that have the red exclamation point, that means that things are just not running like they should. There's really three different ways that an auto email would be turned off, if you will, or stop running the search, is if number one, the client or customer has not opened your emails in the past 60 days. So there's a 60-day time frame that the opportunity for the client or customer to open those auto emails is out there. And as long as they continue to keep opening those emails that are being automatically sent to them, the auto emails will continue to flow, seamlessly. If that 60-day period comes about and they have not opened any emails from you, the auto email will automatically stop sending out emails. And again, to conform with the anti-spamming laws. So there's nothing you need to do as an agent. The system automatically shuts it down for non-viewing of emails by the client or customer for 60 days. And you can clearly say here that it tells you it's disabled because the recipient has not viewed it in 60 days. So that's one reason. Another reason why it would shut down is if there was no activity that was being found in a 60-day period. So again, no activity, nothing to click on, shuts it down just like before. And the third reason it would turn itself off is if the client or customer opted out from getting any emails from you. In other words, they did not want to do business with you, and they went to their email and chose to opt out from you. That would be another automatic shutoff. And again, that all complies with the anti-spamming laws. Now, here's a scenario for you. Let's say that the email got disabled because the client or customer has not viewed it. Are you going to be notified of that? Yeah, we'll send you an email as the agent letting you know that we're going to disable that email because of one of the reasons that I stated before. If your client or customer on the 59th day finally opens up your email, they bought themselves another 60 days. Kind of like going to a parking meter and it's about to expire and you put some more money in it and you bought yourself some more time. So perpetually it will keep going as long as they keep looking at it, or they open it one time within that 60-day period. Again, it buys them another 60 days. If for whatever reason you need to reactivate that email. Maybe the client or customer was on an extended vacation, didn't have internet access, and they're still looking for a home, and it shut itself off. All you have to do is go back in, click on the search name, and under the settings option, click there. And it's going to tell you again the status disabled because the recipient has not viewed it in the past 60 days. Just scroll down the page, and under settings, you'll see disabled. Just turn that into the enabled option and click save, and it will then turn from that red warning, and it will now put it into the status where it's now waiting for the client or customer to open up that first initial email. So in other words, you can reactivate it. The red flag is not totally bad. It's just meaning that it's not working as it should. And then maybe you would just send them the welcome message again to reinitiate that auto email again. So the three different statuses to be aware of: again, green with a check mark, everything is running as promised. The circle without the check mark means you've done your part. You're waiting on the client or customer to do their part. Again, that is opening up that initial email. And the red, meaning the auto email is not running because of non-activity in 60 days, the client or customer not opening the email you sending them in 60 days, or the opt-out option is also available. And you can also delete auto emails by simply checking the box or boxes, and you can delete them. And one other thing that you're able to do is you can disable or shut off an auto email that you're sending to your client or customer by checking the box to the left of the auto email and clicking on disable. That will render the link to the client portal that they're getting inactive. So if they for whatever reason don't want to be getting things from you anymore automatically, you can just disable that auto email from this option down at the bottom of the screen. So that's a look at how you manage your auto emails after you've got them set up in the Matrix system. And that is today's Matrix tip and trick.